Alright, what's the deal? It's your boy Fuad Man, what he said. You know where I'm at, you know what it is. Unfortunately, my partner in crime, Problem 5 Zone, DJ Rainbow, couldn't be here. But we have a special guest in the building. Phenomenal actor, has been doing this thing for years. I followed him when I was younger, looking at him doing this thing, and he's hilarious. Give it up for my man, Sam Lerner. What's going on, man?
How are you?
I'm good. So, Sam, so I thought you were from New York, so you're from LA.
No, my dad's from New York though. He's from Brooklyn, from Bensonhurst.
Okay.
But yeah, so most of his family is. But I was born in LA because my dad's an actor, so he moved to LA when he was like 30.
Okay. So you like from the Compton area?
I'm not from the Compton area, despite popular belief. No, I'm from North Hollywood.
North Hollywood.
But it's just as scary. I'm just kidding. That joke. But yeah, North Hollywood. It's cool.
So let's just walk everyone through it. You've been acting for a long time. At what age did you start acting?
I started when I was 9, actually. Yeah, my first job, I played Ben Stiller's son in this movie called Envy. It was not a great movie, but I was 9, so.
Well, what made it not a great movie? Is Ben Stiller's a great actor?
Like critically, it was not a great movie. I had a great time. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, but critics didn't seem to agree.
So you come from a family of actors, who have also a strong. Is it they were the one? Like, how you said you enjoyed it. So what critics? Was it your family that just weren't pleased with the outcome of the movie? Was it just people? Was it the
No, I meant like literal movie critics. Like I'm talking Rotten Tomatoes, like 7%. That's what I'm saying. No, but my family was super supportive. I've always wanted to be an actor. Like when I was young, I was like class clown and like always trying to make people laugh. I've just always been into like comedy and like just, I guess I wanted attention. I don't know. But
gotcha.
I started super young, yeah.
So have you ever done stand-up?
I've never done stand-up, no.
Would you?
I've thought about it. I don't know. I don't have anything to say yet. I feel like I want to like be ready. I want to like have a good set and like, because I don't know if I could handle just like failing right away. I don't know.
And being on stage.
Yeah, being on stage, like that's a way different part of.
So
my...
you know what you strike me as? You strike me as you're funny. You're hangout funny.
That's great.
Not like.
That's an
on
honor.
Stage.
Thank you.
Funny.
I'm not funny on stage too,
Right.
which is great. I'm not funny on camera. I'm not funny anywhere. I'm just hang out funny. It's
just
great.
Hang out funny.
People love me at parties, but in my career, it's bad.
Gotcha.
I'm just kidding. No, thank you for saying that.
But yeah, I mean that's the way you strike me. So let's talk about the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
How did you? Because they're going into they should be on their 5th season. And I know that you didn't start with the show. That I remember. You didn't start with the show. I don't know if you came in. Was it the second?
I came on in the second season. Yeah.
Okay, second season.
So not from the start, but we're actually about to start shooting season 6, which is cool. Yeah, just like.
So does the
show's
money
rolling.
increase as the show gets?
You would think. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, I guess probably for the other cast, but I seem to get left out of that.
Really?
I'm just kidding. No, yeah, it gets a little better.
Gets
Nothing crazy, but a
crazy.
little better. But the show's successful, and like I'm just trying to sustain the career and keep it going. And, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So like
Gotcha.
it's good for me to be on the show. So I'd do it for free, to be honest.
I would too.
Yeah. I'm seen by we have like 7 million viewers a week, which is cool.
I read somewhere it's more. It's close to 9.
You might be right. I don't know. I forget how famous I am sometimes. I'm just kidding. Bad joke. I'm making terrible jokes.
No, you're not. I told you you're hangout funny.
Thanks, man.
So, coming from the family that you come from,
Yeah.
do you feel like there was a lot of pressure as it relates to being a successful actor? Like what was it like growing up? Was it pressure? Was like, yo, do your thing. We're not gonna be on top of you.
That's an interesting question, but my parents have always been really supportive of it, and like my dad's an actor, so he's been through everything in this business, and he's been doing it for over 40 years, so he's always given me advice and stuff. But my parents were really cool about it. When I was in school, I used to like turn down auditions to go skateboarding with my friends. Like I had a normal childhood, and then I also like a hobby of mine was like, oh, I'm in a movie sometimes. It was like, I was still a normal kid. Like I played sports, I skateboarded, hung out with my friends. I went to normal like public school and stuff. Yeah.
So wait a minute, you went to free school
Yeah.
and you were making money.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't touch it though. You can't touch your money until you're 18 when you're a kid.
So who manages your financial situation? Is it your parents?
Well, I do now, but they did, yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
And then how did that feel? Like, hey guys, I'm good.
I was like, guys, I'll take it from here. Yeah, no, my mom was really smart and like, had made sure I couldn't touch it until I was 18 and like, invested stuff for me. So yeah, I had like stocks. I don't know. My mom pretty much did everything. She's super on top of that stuff.
So let's talk about some of the members in your family. Like, what have they done? And
yeah, my dad's an actor named Ken Lerner, and his
Okay.
brother is this guy Michael Lerner, who's also an actor who's been nominated for an Oscar, which is really cool. But yeah, that's like where the actors are in my family, and they're both like super recognizable. You'd see them in like any TV show playing like a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, or a judge. My dad plays a lot of judges. But my uncle, like, he's an elf, which is very notable. People love that. Like, people will come up to him and be like, I saw you in Elf. And he's been, like, nominated for an Oscar for this movie called Barton Fink.
Oh, yeah.
1991, but...
I remember that.
Yeah.
Barton Fink.
Barton
Wow.
Fink, yeah. So, like, it's pretty cool.
But you've also kind of touched in the world of animation and those things, right? You're in what is it, Troll?
Trolls, yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah,
DreamWorks.
so how'd you wind up on that, and what season is that in? Is that going
That's
into like the first? Or
Yeah, we just started it.
just started, right?
I winded up on that because I've done random voiceover stuff in the past. Like I used to be on a Cartoon Network show and do voices. But yeah, I just auditioned, and that actor Christopher Mintz-Plasse, who's Fogel in Superbad, who's super funny, he was supposed to do it and then dropped out like a day before. And they called me. They were like, "We need you tomorrow," and I was like, "Okay, I'll be in Trolls." So I was like,
that was good.
I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I would love to be in Trolls. So now I'm on Trolls.
That is so cool.
Pretty cool.
And you've been in a couple other things, and see, what is it?
Yeah.
Because there's so many of those shows. I watch the shows. The problem is they all have these different acronyms.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
keep,
No, I
NCSI. What is it?
I've been on NCIS, yeah,
NCIS.
just like a guest spot. I've done a lot of like random guest stars on different shows, but the biggest thing I did when I was a kid was this movie Monster House. It was like animated, and that was really cool. It was like a kid's horror movie. But yeah, and then a couple years ago, yeah, it's a great movie. It's really good. A couple years ago, I did this movie Project Almanac that was like a time travel movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
Michael Bay produced. That was cool.
Yeah, that
was
dope.
awesome. Yeah.
So what is that working? Because that's a different type of movie. Like I imagine that the scenes have to change. There's a lot more work that goes into it because it's a lot of transition from one time to another. And you have to reflect that time.
Yeah, that was like a 3-month shoot in Atlanta. That was like a lot of work. That was tough.
So
it
you
was,
shot
it was
in
super
ATL.
fun.
You shot in ATL.
Yeah, we shot in ATL.
Okay.
Which I liked a lot.
So, let me ask. So, do you have to, because you're very accomplished, your resume is pretty strong. You're about 31, 32 appearances and different things from what I understand.
Yeah.
Do you still have to like audition
Yeah.
for stuff?
Oh yeah.
So you have to compete. So like, let's say I want to be acting. I'm like, okay, I want this role. So I don't have no background like you, but I go into a room and they say, all right, we're gonna audition you. So you have to audition against somebody like me?
I don't know if you could get in that room.
Oh, okay.
It's competitive. You gotta have an agent. You gotta have a manager. And they don't take a lot. It depends. Like it just if they like your look or they think or they think you could do something for them. But I know it's really competitive. I've been with my same manager since I was 9, so I've been with my reps for a while now. And I have good reps now. But it takes time to like get there, and it's kind of like a catch-22 because it's hard to like get reps without a resume. But you can't get a resume without reps because you can't get the audition. So it's like...
So you just kind of sit back and they do the work as it relates to, they look at...
They just get me the appointments. They're like, you're right for this, go in on this audition. And then I have to do all the work on the script and go show up to the audition and knock it out of the park and beat out hundreds of other actors. So that's why...
Have you ever competed against anybody that you knew?
Oh yeah. Against friends. Like I have a lot of friends that are actors, like, for sure.
Anybody we would know that you went up for a role for?
I mean, I can't think off the top of my head, but like big movie, like Ready Player One, that movie that just came out. I auditioned for that. A lot of people auditioned for that, but Steven Spielberg apparently watched my tape, but I didn't get it.
Okay.
But that kid Ty Sheridan got it, but he was good in it. So I don't know. There's a lot of roles to go around, and I'm just on my path. And
so there's no like actor beef. Like
there is. I mean, yeah. There's.
I see you. You see, because I used to watch Entourage.
That's my life. Entourage is basically my life.
I used to watch Entourage, and I'd be
Chase.
like, yo, they're really beefing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They're looking at each other. You're at one bistro and at the other bistro.
Exactly. Well, mine's on a much smaller scale because I'm not Vinny Chase status yet.
Gotcha.
You know, so mine's you know, it's way less. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely like actors that I see at a lot of auditions, and I'm like, oh, this fucking guy. Sorry for cussing. But, like, this
No,
guy.
that's what you want to say.
This guy, fuck. I'm just kidding. I'm like, oh, this fucking guy's here. Like, this guy gets everything. You know, just like I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but you know, there's certain people you see at auditions.
I feel like it's a secret society in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Where
It is.
Where it's like, okay, if you belong to this this agency, which is that family over there, it's the Corleones over here.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta kind of kiss
Rivals.
the ring and walk into
Exactly.
their world.
Yeah, totally.
So so you're Jewish.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's cool.
So you've never explored your musical side? Jewish people have a good musical side.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't-
There was a dope artist that was Jewish. I remember it's old school. I was really young. MC Search.
MC Search. I don't know.
He's a Gas Face. That's what it was.
Mm.
Yeah, they made a record called Gas Face.
I don't
He
know.
actually used to beef with MC Hammer. That was
Oh,
hilarious.
cool. Yeah, no, I didn't know about that. There's some Jewish musicians though. There's Lil Dicky.
Yeah,
He's good.
he is.
I like him. Not my
Maybe we
favorite
get,
rapper,
maybe we
but
get him
he's
on a
good.
record with Cardi B.
Yeah. Let's
What do you
make
think
it
about
happen.
Cardi B?
I love Cardi B.
Yeah? What do
She's
you love about
amazing.
Cardi B?
She says whatever she wants, whenever she wants to. She's hilarious.
So she said, I want you on a record. Would you get on a record with her?
Duh. What the fuck else am I doing? Sorry, can't. I gotta shoot the Goldbergs. No. What? That's my dream. I would love to be on a record with Cardi B. I don't know what I would do.
Hey, man.
Just like talk. Yeah. Cardi. Like I'll just shout her out.
Yeah, spit bars.
Just like,
She might write some stuff for you.
dude, please. Can we make this happen?
So what type of music do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of stuff, but
Are you a hip hop fan at all?
of course.
Alright, who's your top 5 hip hop artists?
Ooh. Alright. Well, now I'm gonna sound like a loser. I like Drake. Of course, everyone
Okay.
likes Drake.
Yeah, but that's not
That's
loser.
no, I'm not gonna sound like a loser. Young Thug is
Young
probably
Thug.
my favorite rapper.
Okay.
Young Thug. What else do I like? I like Future. I like everyone.
Future.
Yeah.
What do you like about Future? What's
He's just
special
sick.
about Future?
He's just
Okay.
he's great.
So what do you think about the
He's
controversy between what is it? I always say his name wrong. I just call him 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine
Oh,
in the
yeah.
game.
Dude, I don't know.
I mean,
enough
you've been
about
a
that.
former Blood member and everything.
Yeah, you know, I'm affiliated. No, I don't really know about that beef. What happened?
They are apparently just going at it all the time, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe you could step in and offer some advice as an OG.
Guys, I'm an OG. It's not worth it. Let's all just be friends. That's what I say to.
That's it. That's it. That's all.
That's what I
just,
have to say.
You know, hang out.
Yeah, let's just hang out. I'm hang out funny.
That's
Come
right.
hang out with
Hang
me,
out funny.
and I will make
And you remember
laugh.
on this show, I was the one that called them that. So when they
Yeah.
run with that in Hollywood,
Exactly.
cha-ching. I need
I'm
my
hang
check.
out funny.
So there's a couple other things I wanted to ask you about, and Envy, Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
I know you didn't like it, but like, what particularly about the movie you didn't like? Well, no,
No,
you said you liked it.
I liked
what
it.
were the critics saying particularly about
They
it?
just said it was a bad movie. They were like, it's written bad, it's not good. That's what like I don't think they liked the story. The movie was about Jack Black's character invents a spray that you spray on dog poop and it disappears. I mean, does that sound like an interesting film? I don't know.
Not
To
for
me it did, but apparently not to critics. But what do they know? What do they know?
What do you think your top 3 projects are in your career that you've done so far?
I just had a movie come out called Truth or Dare.
And I was gonna get to that, but
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I kind of want people to know your history. I don't want them to just because now you're on this, you know, on the Truth or Dare, so
Yeah.
you know, you're jumping out at people who apparently never have seen you.
Yeah.
And even
Sure.
your look is different
It's
from as you
From when I was younger,
So I
yeah.
kind of wanted to say one of your heavy hitters for the last. one.
Okay.
Top 3 projects, but let's just say before Truth or Dare.
Okay. Definitely that movie Project Almanac, the Michael Bay one. That was for Paramount. It was I mean, it was just a big movie. It was a studio release, you know, which is huge. And what I'm probably most proud of, because I was able to like improvise and like be funny and kind of bring my personality to that character, and they let me like riff with it, which was cool. Then the Goldbergs, because that's like what I'm currently on and what people most know me from. Like when people approach, like it doesn't happen that much, but when people approach me, they're like, "Oh, I know you from the Goldbergs," because it's a pretty popular show. And I used to be on this other ABC show called Suburgatory that people used to know me from. That was like Jane Levy and Cheryl Hines was on it, like a pretty funny cast, and it did 3 seasons, and I was in like 14 of them.
Okay.
So yeah.
14 episodes?
14 episodes, yeah.
I was gonna say 3 or 14.
Yeah. It did 3 seasons, but I did 14 seasons in my mind.
In your mind, okay.
I wrote myself into some more episodes.
So, what is your, oh, that was 2, right? Did you name 2?
No, that was 3.
That was the
Goldbergs,
third?
Project Almanac, and Suburgatory.
Okay. Let's talk about Truth or Dare.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, how did you wind up getting? Because it was kind of. I guess it is you, but it's not you.
Yeah.
Like because it's a horror film.
Yeah.
But you play the fraternity.
Yeah, I'm like a frat guy. Like I'm like a.
Are you in a fraternity at all?
Oh no.
Me find me, right?
No, God, no. I would get eaten alive in a fraternity. I'm a huge bitch. I would not survive. I couldn't do the drinking. I couldn't do any of that stuff. I'm like,
So you don't drink? You don't do anything?
no, I drink, but like I'm not chugging beers and stuff like they do. Probably. I don't even know. I've just seen movies and it just is like, run around naked and drink too much. Like it sounds terrible, right?
It's like Animal House.
Yeah, it's too much. I can't do that. But anyway, what was the question?
We were talking about how you wound up on Truth
Oh,
or
in Truth or Dare.
And I was
Okay.
commenting on the fact that it's you, but it's not you.
Yeah, it was.
So how did you wind up getting
Yeah.
cast? Naturally, your team probably.
Yeah, it was definitely not a character that I like was right for to begin with. But I got the audition and wasn't doing anything that day, and I was like, I'm probably not going to get this because I know the roles that I usually book, which are like the shy, awkward, like nerdy kid, which is fine. Like I like playing those roles too, but this was like different, and so I went to the audition and I was just like, I'm probably not going to get this, but I'll give it a try, and I put like my own spin on it, on that character. And the director liked it a lot. He was laughing the whole audition. He was like, I didn't picture this role like this, but you came in and like showed me something that I haven't seen yet, and I am drawn to it, so you're hired. I basically, like, I don't remember. They never tell you in the room, like, you got it, but he was like, well, that was perfect. Like, see you soon. Like, it was pretty
So
clear
when he
that I
let
got
you
it.
see you soon, you turn on.
Yeah, I was like, shoot, I think I got that. That's amazing. But
So what
and
does the
then I
check
did.
look like for that? Is it pretty good? It's pretty good check.
Could be better.
Could be better.
It was fine. I mean, it was fine. It's great. I mean, being an actor is amazing. Like, you get paid well to do, what to a lot of, like, I'm not gonna call it easy, but like it's some people work really like with their hands and.
The reason
do a
I
lot
ask
of
these
hard
questions
stuff.
about the financial aspect of it is because
Yeah.
the viewers would, they kind of want to know. Like, there's a difference as you're progressing. I
Mhm.
imagine that your team renegotiates and says, well,
Yeah.
he used to get this, but he's not getting this anymore because he
Yeah, on
deserves
this on this
Like,
specific
what do you
movie.
think? What do you help? Yeah. Go ahead.
On this specific movie, the budget was low for a studio film. It was $5 million, so that's not like that new movie that The Rock comes out in is $200 million budget. So they take like 10 off the top to give to Dwayne Johnson because he's Dwayne Johnson. So like $5 million budget isn't that much in the scheme of things. So it wasn't great, but like for my career right now, like I'm just trying to work. So like I said before, I do this stuff for free. Like I just want to be an actor. So however I can get there.
I don't know if you want to say that free stuff. Your team might have to.
Yeah, guys, I'll do anything for free. Just give me the opportunities. That's all I need.
Like, we don't do stuff for free.
I don't care about money. Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool. It's a great. I can't complain about anything. It's awesome.
So, were there any challenges while doing the movie, like with the script or something you kind of were like, well, I'm not really comfortable with, but you know what, let's go with it.
I like this kid. Like this. Also, my part wasn't I'm not in the whole movie because it's in the trailer that I die first. Actually, I'm the first character to die, which is great. But so I'm not spoiling that.
So let's talk about that. What's your relationship status like?
Relationship status.
Any baby mamas out there?
It's too much, man.
Oh,
These girls will eat your heart out. I'm celibate now.
You're celibate. You're
Yeah.
sterile.
I'm sterile, celibate. I'm not talking to anyone. Off limits, baby.
Off limits. Are there any new projects that you're working on? I know you, if you are, you have to kind of be vague with them because you can't really give. But is anything that we should be looking out for?
You
Because
know,
last year you kind of let it go that you were going to do Truth or Dare, but I guess.
Yeah, you know, right now it's back to the drawing board for a second, just for a second, because I go back to the Goldbergs in a couple months. So I'm kind of chilling, maybe gonna travel a little bit, and you know I've been promoting this movie now for a little while, so have some time to just like, you know, start over and see what I want to do for the next few months.
And where have you been traveling to? Like since you've been, I mean, naturally you've been here to New York, but
Like here, I'm planning a trip to Europe. Like I'm just doing a couple random things that I wanted to do, but didn't have time for because I was shooting the show.
are there any directors that you want to work with?
Oh yeah, tons.
Like who would you love to work with that you've been like itching to work with?
Hmm.
Give me your top 3.
Top 3 that I want to work with right now is like Judd Apatow. I'm a huge fan of him. I think he's like crazy talented. All the movies he does are super funny, and that's like the world I kind of want to be in. So I'd say him. I mean, this sounds so corny, but like Spielberg is obviously amazing. I've
Why
been
is that
in.
corny?
No, I mean, you know, just because I feel like he's like one of the most well-known directors, but you know, he's amazing and a great storyteller, and I always love his movies, so that would be awesome. And Wes Anderson I like a lot. Paul Thomas Anderson. There's a. I only like Andersons. But yeah, no, I mean, I like a lot of directors.
What do you feel? I guess what is the difference between, and there clearly is a difference between doing animation film versus just regular film. Like, how do you find the comfort zone in that? From what I've seen, just people that do that, it's kind of like you're in one space. It's not as intense. So I could
Yeah.
be wrong, or
Yeah, it's a lot easier because it's just, you know, you're in a booth. I mean, it's super, you know, you can roll in sweatpants or whatever, and it doesn't matter how you look. It's just about your voice. So, you know, it's a lot quicker. There's not as much like getting ready, and it's all just with your voice. So, you know, when I do voiceover, I kind of talk with my whole body and like really express myself because usually it's animated, so it's a little over the top. It's like animated characters. So I try to like put my all into that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just a little easier, to be honest. Yeah.
do you prefer it over?
No.
Have you ever tried theater?
Yeah, like local theater I've done, like at my, like at school and like at my.
No, I'm
temple.
asking because I've interviewed actors, and some of them actually do like who was it? He's a really good actor. Ruben Santiago. He does like Shakespeare. Like it's a lot of these big actors that go out there and they do Shakespeare in the park, and I'm just like,
Oh
what
yeah.
are you doing out here in the middle of the park?
Because theater is like the hardest.
So when I saw that, I was like, damn, times are hard.
Yeah.
I wanted to go in my pocket and go and get some
Oh
change.
no, a lot of the best actors started in theater because Broadway and here, like right here, we're right in it. That's like where the like plays are much more intense and take a lot more work, I think, than anything. It's like longer scenes and you have to memorize everything, and it's live, so you can't call cut. Theater is like the hardest work. It actually scares me because I sometimes wonder if I would be good at it. I would have to study a lot, you know. So, but I've done like local theater, but never anything like in New York or anything big or noteworthy.
I mean, that's interesting.
I would like to though.
Because some people, they're just like, they like theater because from what I've heard, it gives them this freedom. It's not like pre-recorded, like
Exactly.
you're live, so
Yeah.
you gotta be sharp.
Oh yeah, that feeling like of just like your heart is beating out of your chest, and yeah, for sure. That's like why a lot of people do this.
Understood. There is a movie The Shape of Water.
Yeah,
It won an Oscar. What do you think?
I love that movie.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Well
The
deserved.
big fish man.
Yeah.
That was
Well
awesome.
deserved.
Yeah, super deserved.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, some people, don't feel it was. So I figured I would just ask you.
No, I actually really liked that one a lot. I thought it was really well done. Cast was great. I love Michael Shannon. That's like one of my favorite actors.
Okay.
So I thought he was awesome in that.
So, coming from being 9 years old, how old are you now?
25.
25. So
Yeah.
being from 9 to 25.
Yeah.
The acting world, how do you feel it's kind of progressed?
What do you mean by that?
How it's
For-
changed?
for me?
Yeah, like naturally because you got older, so
Oh,
the
yeah.
demand on you would be greater as an actor. But I guess what I'm
Oh, yeah.
asking is, do you see a significant difference in the industry itself for young people that are actors?
I feel like kids now are so much better than I ever was. Like there's these kids like there was that movie a couple years ago, it was called Room, where that kid Jacob Tremblay, that kid was like 7 and gave an Oscar-worthy performance, and I was like, when I was 7, I was an idiot. Like I couldn't do anything. I mean, I acted, but most of my lines were like, "Daddy, can I go play outside?" And like I was just like a kind of cute kid that could like recite lines. I don't know if I was like an actor like some kids are now.
Gotcha.
But I mean, yeah, as I've gotten older, like it's a job. Like it's hard. Otherwise, everyone would do it. So I'm like, as I transitioned out of my like cute kid phase and into being like an adult person, I've had to like work hard and treat it like any other job and like work my ass off in a lot of ways to get to where I am. So
Okay.
yeah, it's definitely different.
Well, I definitely want to thank you for taking the time out to talk to us about
Of course.
your career and Truth or Dare, which is in theaters now.
Yeah,
And I definitely encourage people to go see it.
please.
So, you sure you don't want to get in the booth and spit for us, drop some bars?
I don't think I've ever been more sure of anything. I'm not kidding.
Come on, man, you got a little Drake in you.
Dude, I don't.
Wait, that didn't sound right.
I got a little Drake in me. Where is that little Drake? That was stupid. Anyway.
So, let the people know your social medias, how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah.
Follow you.
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn and on Instagram I'm at Sam Lerner, and on Twitter I'm at Sammy Lerner because at Sam Lerner was taken. And it's like a profile picture is like a guy with a bird. He's like holding a toucan or something, and he's got like sunglasses on.
Probably got like 500,000 followers.
No, dude, he gets pissed when people tweet him looking for me. He's like, "Not the right Sam! Like, get out of here!"
Is he tweeting you like saying, "Hey"?
He's tweeted me before. We try not to talk anymore because we have beef, but but like, yeah, he like people would accidentally tweet him looking for me, and he was like, "I'm not him. Leave me alone. It's me and my toucan." Like, I don't know. That's probably something he said.
So again, man, thank you for coming out. We appreciate you, and best of luck to you.
Thanks,
and
man.
Hope to see you soon.
This was amazing. Thank you.
Bye.